Thank you so much. And thanks to our panel. That was really interesting and you clearly know your stuff. Oh, start my video. Sorry, everybody. Okay. So we've had a great day and we've certainly met a lot of speakers and gotten to know a bit some of our awardees. And obviously these people are really dedicated and creative, and I'm optimistic they're going to help us move apace to massively reduce greenhouse gas emissions and make the transition. And to transition to our next speaker, to help us close out this day one of the symposium, we will hear from the head of the MIT Energy Initiative, Professor Robert Armstrong, our director. Bob has been central to MIT's clean energy ecosystem and its growth over the past dozen years since MITI began. He has a long history, has been at MIT prior to that, and has been mentoring many students and staff over the years, including myself, which I definitely have learned from Bob. He assists younger faculty. He is just a powerhouse of activity. He catalyzes opportunities for faculty to do low and no carbon energy research at MIT, literally hundreds of faculty and thousands of students, and has been a great supporter of C3E. So I'd like to then hand it over to Bob.
Thank you very much, Martha. And some of you, I suspect, know Martha already, but for those of you who don't, I just want to acknowledge to the group what a driving force she has been at MITI and beyond in the C3E Symposium and Awards program. Since she joined MITI, actually quite a few years ago, back in the early days of MITI, she's been very much involved in this, both in her role as executive director of MITI, but in fundraising for the events, in identifying talent for the events, in helping to bring on board our new partners. So she's had such an impact on the program, and it's thriving, I think, as a result, in part of for what she's done. She's of course brought that same enthusiasm and capability to MITI at large. She's catalyzed lots of programs that we've had, and we're just really delighted to have such a great resource here at MITI. I hope that all of you have been able to join us for most, if not all, of today's program. So in addition to hearing from inspiring awardees, you've heard important perspectives on how we're going to move forward, or how we can move forward with the clean energy transition, particularly challenging in the face of the pandemic and other global events that we're faced with. And you've heard about some of the exciting developments in clean energy research, technology, and scale up. In her keynote, Kate Gordon showed us how the state of California has been incorporating climate justice into its plan for a sustainable, just energy transition. And I very much admire the forward-thinking approach she's been leading in that state. As you all know, we need to continue breaking down systemic barriers to women's advancement in these sectors. And your participation and leadership is absolutely critical for our shared success in this challenge. Now, events like this are one way to do it. And while we're very sorry that we've not been able to host a symposium in person this year, as we've done in the past, the virtual format has allowed us to make some of the event open to a lot more people that we've been able to bring on to participate. And there have been literally hundreds more people online with us today than we would have normally been able to host at MIT. So while I do look forward to the day when we can hold events in person again, I hope that one thing we bring out of the pandemic is the creativity that's engendered in helping us connect in spite of our physical distance from one another. And I hope to see us continuing virtual events like this to support women's advancement in clean energy. So a mix of in-person and virtual events, I think, can make for an even richer engagement going forward. I know you'll be hearing about some upcoming webinars in 2021 along these lines. We've also seen the power of mentorship, hearing how women like Sheila Hayter have advanced their careers with support from leaders like Bobby Garrett. I particularly appreciated Bobby's remark that if she were starting out in clean energy today, she'd want Sheila to be her mentor. We need more of this, leaders bringing others along with them and continuing to move our clean energy future forward. And I know that in this community, from our C3E ambassadors to many of you watching today, there are a lot of committed mentors out there, women and men, who want to help the next generation of women succeed in clean energy. And we absolutely need that to happen for us to be successful globally. So let's make extra effort during the pandemic to continue connecting by phone and video chat with whatever virtual tools we can bring to bear, so we can connect with current mentees and reach out to offer mentorship to others who might be feeling a little adrift or maybe a lot adrift in this climate. Tomorrow we're going to hear from more awardees and speakers, including a keynote from Christina Johnson, president of the Ohio State University and an Emerita C3E ambassador. Panels are going to discuss ensuring equitable access to clean energy in the clean energy transition and how this transition is being and could be financed. And then lastly, I'd like to take a moment to express gratitude and thanks to our sponsors whose generosity supported the symposium and awards. Thank you on behalf of Mighty and our university collaborators, Stanford Energy and the Texas A&M Energy Institute. We're all grateful to you. It couldn't happen without this financial support. So now back to Martha, who's going to share some of the logistics about our virtual poster session and a number of very impressive, that's going to happen with a number of very impressive undergraduates and graduate students. Martha?
Thank you. And thank you, Bob, for your very kind words and your inspiring words about mentorship and other things. And again, for being a longtime supporter of C3E. So now, to our audience, I invite you all to join me in meeting the first half of our poster presenters, beginning in about 60 seconds. We have a virtual reception and you can access, there's the information of how to get there. And these are women who are undergrad to postdocs and will be handing out the winning awards tomorrow to the winners. They are paired in Zoom meeting rooms and you can choose where you want to go, join them, and we'll see you there. And the day 2 webcast link, I should remind everybody, for tomorrow is the same as today's. So thanks so much. It's been a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.